Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As Minister of Service NL, it is a pleasure to make announcements that reflect the Department's ongoing efforts to improve the experience people have when accessing services from the provincial government. With me today is Ellen Doody, Registrar of Motor Vehicles, who will assist with providing technical information related to today's announcements about renewing driver's licenses. As you know, driver licenses require renewals, including a new photo every 5 years. Between 50,000 and 60,000 people visit a motor registration office or government service center annually in order to access driver license services. Naturally, this creates a lot of activity at our offices, which in turn can sometimes lead to a long wait times for those who need this service. It also requires people to travel to our centers, sometimes from a fair distance away. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce that effective today, we have a new online service that will let people renew their driver's license from the convenience of their home or office and extend the validity of their photo from 5 to 10 years. The new service is provided at www.gov.nl.ca/drive, which is now also the home of the provincial government's existing online vehicle registration renewal service. This site provides a quick, simple, and secure process that will allow people to enter and update their information, provide payment, and receive a receipt. The new license card will then be sent to them directly through the mail. All you need to access this service is the latest web browser, and away you go to renew your license. This online initiative expands on a number of recent upgrades aimed at improving people's experience with motor registration services at our busiest office in Mount Pearl. These include extending hours of operation, faster debit and credit processing, and the creation of a dedicated area for getting your first driver's permit or upgrading your license after successfully completing your written or practical test. Ellen, our Registrar of Motor Vehicles, will provide a quick walkthrough of the new online service in a few minutes, but before we do that, I want to explain a bit further about this new extended driver's license photo requirements. Effective immediately, Service NL is extending the validity of the driver's license photos from 5 years to 10 years for anyone over the age of 19. Similar to earlier changes by Passport Canada to extend the passport photo, this change is designed to reduce the need for people to visit a motor registration office or regional government service center, making it more convenient to just renew your license online every 5 years. As I mentioned before, once the online renewal is done and the regular fee paid, a new driver's license will be mailed directly to the client. The one exception to this will be your drivers up to the age of 19, as the appearance of individuals under the age of 19 can change significantly as they mature. Once they do their first renewal, however, they will be able to take advantage of the 10-year photo. Overall, we believe that these two new developments, added to the existing online services for vehicle registration renewals, will offer much more greater convenience for drivers. It should reduce the wait times for other residents who still need to visit one of our 11 offices located throughout the province for other services. To demonstrate just how easy it is to use this new service, I would now ask our Registrar of Motor Vehicles to provide a demonstration on the site.
Thank you, Minister. As Minister Joyce mentioned, my name is Alan Doody, and I am the Registrar of Motor Vehicles. And today I'm going to talk you through a demonstration of our new online service. Renewing your driver's license online is a very simple process that only requires 5 simple steps. Sign in, confirm your address, renew your license, make your payment, and receive your receipt. First, using an up-to-date web browser, simply visit www.gov.nl.ca/drive and select driver's license renewal. This will bring you to step 1, which is to sign in. For this step, you will need to have your driver's license or a copy of your renewal form available to enter the proper identification information. Step 2 is the confirmation of your address. This is to confirm the address that we have on file. In the event that your address is not current, you can select change address and update your address. Your driver's license will be mailed to the confirmed address. The next step, step 3, is renewing the license. For this, you'll need to answer 2 yes or no questions. You will still be able to renew your license if you have a medical condition and answer yes to this question. The Motor Registration Division may follow up with you later for more information. So when you move to the next page is the fees page. On the right side of the screen, if you have any questions with regards to outstanding fines, you can click "What is this?" button and have them explained. Step 4 is the payment. Payments can be made via Visa, MasterCard, or with Interact debit card. Credit card and banking information is used to complete the payment transaction, but for security purposes, this information is not stored on our system. From here, you'll be asked to confirm your payment information twice. We're unable to show the full process of payment during the demonstration. However, once your payment has been made and accepted, you will be directed to the receipt page. This is the 5th and final step. Upon successful submission of the renewal information and payment, you will be presented with a payment receipt. You should print and/or save that electronically to have proof of your license renewal until you receive your new license in the mail. We anticipate it'll take an average of 7 to 10 business days to receive your driver's license. As you can see, the renewal process is easy to use and is designed to make our services accessible and convenient for the public. If users have any questions as they're using this option, they can always click the Frequently Asked Questions button at the top-hand side of the renewal page. I will now turn the proceedings back over to Minister Joyce.
Thank you, Ellen. As you can see, these improvements in renewing driver's licenses are convenient and should save a lot of people a lot of time and travel. Essentially, the new initiatives we are announcing today mean that people will only have to come into a motor registration office or government service center to renew their driver's license once every 10 years instead of once every 5 years. Even then, they can still continue, complete the renewal and pay their fee online, just have to visit for a photo and to obtain their new card. I'm pleased to note that approximately 50% of vehicle owners in Newfoundland and Labrador are currently availing of the online vehicle registration services already in place. We understand this may be the highest online use for this service in the country. We look forward to seeing strong uptake with this new online driver's license renewal service as well. I encourage the residents of Newfoundland and Labrador to take advantage of these online services. We hope they allow you to spend your time doing things that are more important to you rather than waiting in line. At this time, I'll invite members of the media to ask any questions or...
So just to be clear, the actual license you still renew every 5 years, and you do that online, but you got to get your photo updated every 10 years.
Every 10 years.
Right. Do you have a dollar, does this result in any cost savings?
There's no cost savings. We're just looking more as convenience as the number of services that would be coming to the service centers. We're hoping to decrease it by about 25 to 30,000 visits a year, which would be, as you know, we hear sometimes there's a long lineups and waits times and different hours. So this would decrease those number of visits.
So if you're going to cut the number of visits to motor vehicle registration in half, are you going to be cutting staff then?
No, right now that's all part of the budget process. This online service that we're presenting here today was done for convenience. There was no attempt or there was nothing that thought decreasing the number of jobs. This is all within the new budget. That was all for services that's going to be provided.
So there was no consideration of decreasing jobs at all through this process?
Not in any of my discussions, there was no consideration to decrease jobs.
But there could be layoffs as part of the budget?
All part of the budget process is all open in government, throughout all parts of government, everybody in government. But when this process started when I moved in here, this process, it was all because of services and because of the wait times at the offices. There was no discussions, in my discussions or staff discussions about, okay, if we do this, there'll be X number of jobs. There was absolutely none.
How much did it cost to set this up?
It cost about $268,000. There was probably about 80,000 that we had to get an outside for security, and the rest was done in-house. So it was about $80,000 outside for, had to secure the site, and we had to ensure to get the software for it, about $80,000 outside the government.
With an online service, is there an increased chance that people could be fraudulent in the way that they're?
Well, that's why the $80,000 for the software and for security, and that was a bit of a delay to ensure that the security was up to date. And the same now, it was the same as your vehicle registration. But with this here, there was a software that was needed, and this is why it took time. That's why you needed $80,000 to protect that.
And where does the information come from that the DMV is overrun with lineups and a lot of visitors? I was there recently and I was in and out in 15 minutes.
Yeah, usually in the peak times, in summer times, when there's a lot of renewals, you'll find a lot of lineups, and it's just not here in Mount Pearl, but you're in Cormac also for the other number of reasons. So when you get peak times, summer times, through the years, that's when you'll find that there's a lot of lineups, and I'm talking hours. And sometimes if you hear just people talking, and you hear the open line and other things, but we know that during peak times that there is, and we're hoping people are going to take advantage of this, and if they do, if you go across the 11 service centers across Newfoundland and Labrador, you usually increase 25,000 to 30,000 visits. That's a lot of visits per year.